Hi, Tom Varcie, Military Embedded Systems, here at Xponential 2021 in Atlanta. And we have a substitute guest today who is going to be telling us about Xponential 2021 and all the things that he's seen at the show, and basically a comparison of everything from the last couple of years when we didn't have trade shows. We've got Travis from Omnetics Corporation. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good.
Yep.
So Travis is the Special Projects Manager
Yes.
at Omnetics.
Yes.
Travis, tell me what you've seen at this show this year that hasn't, or maybe comparison of the last couple shows.
So I was to the last AUVSI in 2019.
Yep.
And a little bit different lay of the land, I would say, very much so, in terms of what I see. And I'm looking at connectors, obviously, and just what people are doing. Generally speaking, a lot of what I've seen here, I would say, is larger, right? So there was, a few years ago, there was a lot more hobbyist type of solutions here. Maybe people are buying like a Phantom and putting some sensors kit on it, something of that nature, where a lot of the solutions being offered are fairly specific, and they're not hobbyist type things anymore. So they've grown up of sorts.
Right. Are you seeing smaller items?
There's some of that here, but generally speaking, I would say, and I say smaller meaning like I come from hobbyist, right? So like a 6-inch quadcopter, 5-inch quadcopter, something like that. That would be smaller to me, or a DJI Phantom, smaller. These are scaled up, so you've got a larger flight system. Maybe it's 2 feet in diameter and up from there, a lot of that. And I think a lot of that's just because they want to carry heavier payloads now. Sensors, cameras, LiDAR's real popular, or just to be able to handle the computing of some of these other packages that you've got here.
Right. What about cybersecurity? I've seen some companies with cybersecurity. Have you seen much of that yet? And I know that you've walked about half the show today.
Yes. Yep. I guess what I'm looking for, what I've seen is there's a number of, I'll say, security in terms of like counter UAV. There's interesting things here to see, like where there's, let's say, one drone's shooting a net at another one. Real cool. There's systems that don't jam, they'll take control of, that you can land, and then they can do some level of forensics, which is, I haven't necessarily seen that at like military shows. I mean, they're just going to shoot them out of the sky, however that needs to happen. And there is some of that too, where they'll jam them and basically just shut them off and crash. So a number of solutions, some are stationary, some vehicle mounted, which is really cool as well. So yeah, I would say there's more security stuff this year, and some of the other things I've seen previously, there was handheld type things. Don't see those here this year. Yeah, okay. Bigger stations and such.
Right. Military-wise,
yeah.
It seemed like the last few AUVSI Xponential shows may have gone a little bit more commercial. What are you seeing this year?
I think in general, there's still a fair level of commercial. Absolutely. I mean, you've got the big guys here. Pick a vendor.
Lockheed, I saw.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Harris, stopped at Sea Astral booth. Those, so from all over the world. They've been here at the other shows as well. So I wouldn't say there's like a significant increase in the number of military systems here, but you see it for sure.
All right. I know you're going to be walking the rest of the show tomorrow,
yes.
and the next day, and this
yes.
show goes on for the next couple days.
Yes.
It's great talking to you.
Yep.
Tell people how they can get more information about Omnetics, since you were so gracious in doing this video with me.
Absolutely. So we have a booth, 2133, here at the show, and there will be somebody there. There's 3 of us at the show, and so that's one option, obviously. Otherwise, there's omnetics.com. We've got stuff on LinkedIn. There's regular posts from the sales team there, and yeah, there you go.
All
That's
right.
it in a nutshell.
Thanks, Travis. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.